4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Diecast Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at Series 44. Finally, at last, I found the necessary trucks that I need to review Series 44. And as you can tell, there's some interesting trucks that we will show you, as well as the best ones that are in this series, because the rest of the entire mix of Series 44 is just re-releases, and they're all just Leading Legends trucks. The worst part is those Leading Legends trucks do not have BKT printing, which is very weird, because the only truck that had a Leading Legends variant, or at least they have BKT printing, was the re-release of the 25th anniversary Avenger, which is disappointing to say the least. At the very beginning of the year of 2025, we were expecting to get a new Avenger scheme, but it turns out to be a re-release, which was not very good, at least for most people, but it's good for those who have missed out on it back in 2023 when it was released into stores. But all that said, we're going to be taking a look at Series 44 of 2025, which is the last mix of 2025. So we're gonna start things off by showing off the trucks, starting with the very first one that I found was Wildside. You can see right here, there's Wildside. Then we have the second truck that I found, Bailey Circuit. Probably one of the worst looking trucks that I've ever seen, but there's Bailey right here. We have the not Ghost Crew, sorry, I'm thinking of 2024, but we have the Gravedigger Trainer truck right here. I was gonna say something about Series 44, but I just remembered it now. You can find Series 44 now at Walmarts since they first appeared in Kohls. Now you can find them at Walmart, or if you have very terrible Walmarts that are lacking in terms of distribution, then you can order those on the Superstore, which is what I did because my local Walmart seems to get stuck on Series 43. So yeah, I just ordered two of the trucks that you see right here. Like I said, there is the Trainer Trucks Gravedigger, the last chase of 2025. And unfortunately, the only chase that I did not get from this series, from the Trainer Truck Chase Piece Collection, was the Sparkle Smash, and I had a difficult time trying to find this chase piece. So unfortunately, the chase series for Trainer Trucks will be incomplete without Sparkle Smash. So I'm hoping to find one somewhere in like antique stores, or probably some vendor that has it for a cheap price, but I don't know. But yeah, here's the I keep saying Ghost Screw. Why? What's it called? The Trainer Trucks Gravedigger. But there is one more truck that a lot of people are struggling to find in stores, but are very common in the Superstore as of now. And you can probably see it from the packaging right behind the Trainer Truck Gravedigger. And the last truck, by far the best looking one and the most difficult one to find. Probably the more difficult one to find than JCB Digatron for this year. What am I talking about? And that is Classroom Crusher. This guy right here is the equivalent to JCB Digatron in terms of release. This guy right here, Classroom Crusher, took me a long time to find one. However, ironically, I did not find one in stores, so I just basically saved my luck by just ordering off the Superstore, and there it is. Classroom Crusher is on my table right here, or on my desk. But yeah, we'll look at Classroom Crusher later on in this video, but first, I want to look at the very first few trucks that I found at Kohls, and then we'll transition on to the ones that I found, or at least bought from the Superstore. We're going to look at the worst ones that well, not the worst ones, but actually, you know what? We're gonna do something different. And usually I review trucks based on favoritism and which ones are good, but I'm gonna review the ones that I found in order. So starting with this first truck right here, that is Wildside. The very first Series 44 truck that I found in stores. This one, like I said, I found this guy at Kohls. As you can see, the little price tag right here, style Kohls, and it's $449. The very first truck that I found at Kohls too, which is very interesting because if you go to your local Kohls, that thing will be sitting on the pegs, and you're probably going to see like 3 to 5 Wildside trucks. This truck has officially become a peg warmer, to say the least. You can see here. You can also see a little bit of fog, or not fog, a little bit of dust on the packaging. That's because I had this guy for months. And I was waiting to find all the Series 44 trucks until later on I found Bailey, and then I decided to order from the Superstore, and that's where I got Classroom Crusher and the Chase piece. Well, a little more about the Chase piece later on, because there is a funny story about that one, and we'll talk about it later on. But yeah, on the back, I just want to show you guys the back one more time. Here is the back for Series 44. You have Classroom Crusher, you have the re-release of the 25th anniversary Avenger, then we have Dragon, we have Megalodon, El Toro Loco, there's Ringling, Bailey, Circuit, Wildside, Thunder Roars, and then there is the Chase piece right here. So with that, we're going to be opening up Wildside from the Arena Favorites. Let's unbox this guy. Alright, so there's Wildside. I just want to show the logo for you guys. Here it is on the packaging. We might get another Wildside release, I'm not sure, but hopefully Jamie Garner, or at least Zach Garner, actually makes news about another Wildside release. But here is the render for Wildside. It looks really cool on the packaging. Now, there is a story to this truck. There is a story, and it's going to be a long one, but I'll try to make it as short as possible while I hold the truck for comparison. So, Wildside was not supposed to release this year. And you're probably wondering why that's the case. Well, that's because back in 2024, yes, 2024, during World Finals, Tristan England faced Zach Garner in Wildside for the final round of the racing tournament, for the racing championship in what was it called? I can't remember the name. What was it called? I don't know. Somewhere over there. I don't know. Somewhere in California. I can't remember the name of the location. But so Zach Garner and Wildside faced Tristan England in JCB Digatron. Tristan hoping to defend his world championship. That ended differently as Zach Garner won the world championship. I think he became the second, or not second. No, he became the next independent driver to win a world championship, because I believe first it was Avenger who won freestyle, then it was Mike Vaughters in Overkill, and then it was Wildside. I don't remember. Can someone correct me on that one? If that's the case, then thanks for correcting me. But yeah, Zach Garner became one of the names to win a world championship in for Monster Jam, and Wildside's name being added for the racing championship. So there's Wildside. In terms of diecast, we weren't supposed to get Wildside. We were supposed to get a truck from the Nitro Neon series, and that was Northern Nightmare. Now, from Weston Racing's videos for Diecast News Weekly, he did say, I don't know if this is true, but there is a possibility that the Northern Nightmare Nitro Neon design was either pushed back or was canceled from production, and instead was replaced by Wildside. Now back to Wildside. With it winning a world championship, Spin Master have decided to can, or at least push back, the Northern Nightmare release and replace it with Wildside. And then when I went to the Atlanta Motor Speedway in April for the Monster Jam event, when I attended the pit party, I asked Jamie Garner when we're going to get Wildside. He said this year. And I was confused, and I asked, is Wildside on the doubles? He said no, he's releasing this year. And I questioned myself that exact response. And that wasn't until a few months ago when Series 44 was first revealed, and that's when we saw Wildside. So Jamie Garner was right. However, the theory of Northern Nightmare being scrapped or canceled is unknown, because we don't know when Northern Nightmare will be released. It's either pushed back or canceled in favor of Wildside. So I don't know what's the full story for Northern Nightmare being pushed back or canceled from the 2025 mainline, but at least we have Wildside. That's what matters the most. And congrats to Zach Garner for winning the 2024 Racing Championship. Congrats to him. But let's get back to the review. As you can see here on my hands, I have Wildside. The diecast is right here on a pickup design. Looks really good in person too. You can see right here this truck. I believe the paint scheme is based off of an older Wildside paint scheme. The newer Wildside has more paint splatters on this side of the body. Same for the front and on the roof as well. This is actually an older version of Wildside, so that's what that is. But yeah, there is Wildside. The truck right here, the logo, there's all the paint splatters, the orange, the purple, and then there's like the black background. Almost reminds me of Aftershock, but looks really good. There is the Wildside logo right here on the tailgate. There it is on the side. There's the Monster Jam logo and more paint splatters on here. Has a great chassis with a black roll cage, purple wheels, and black tires, making this look incredibly good in terms of Wildside's first ever diecast release. Alright, moving on to the next truck that I found from Series 44, and that is Ringling Bailey Circuit from the Arena Favorites. And you're probably wondering, this doesn't look like the current Bailey that's running on the regular track. Well, there is another story to that one, and we'll talk about it later on, but there is Ringling Bailey Circuit on the Mohawk Warrior body. You can see it's really, I don't know, it's just different about it, but there is the render for it. It's part of the Arena Favorites, like I said. So without wasting time, let's unbox this guy. All right, there's Bailey Circuit out of the packaging. I'm gonna fold this. Here's the render up close, and the logo just fell. There's the logo. I'm trying my hardest to grab everything while I can, but yeah. And for the record, I mistakenly misgendered Bailey. That's actually a female, not a guy, so forgive me. I don't know, I'm rushed, but here is Bailey. The truck, or should I say the diecast of it, there is a story to it, and it's actually rather sad, and this was coming from Weston Racing's diecast news videos, or at least one of his videos. So we were supposed to get another Mohawk Warrior release. However, it's not just a re-release of the original Mohawk Warrior, it's actually the purple Mohawk Warrior that ran in Abu Dhabi for the international tour, I believe. That one got canceled in favor for this this diecast right here that you're seeing on your screen. So what they were doing, or at least what Spin Master was doing, was that they were this is actually in terms of Spin Master and Great Clips. The Great Clips licensing was expired by the time Mohawk Warrior ran its final ever event, because the Great Clips licensing, or at least the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior name, was now being retired due to the licensing being expired. And so when they were working on the purple release of Mohawk Warrior, Spin Master had to cancel that one because they can no longer distribute these Mohawk Warrior trucks into stores, because that would be breaking the licensing agreement. So instead of the purple Mohawk Warrior like we were supposed to get, we were supposed to get purple Mohawk Warrior. Instead, we got Bailey Circuit graphics on the Mohawk Warrior body, which leads us to this very strange looking diecast that we're seeing right here. The most strange diecast I've ever seen, at least. But it somehow works for at least the kids, but for regular collectors it'll look weird. But for me, I have to agree with the collectors. This thing does not look really good, but I bought it because it's a new identity, and new identities, I don't miss out on those. So yeah, new identities I collect, and this being a new identity, I have to get it. So yeah, but there's Bailey Circuit. And for the review, there's the Ringling logo, there's the Bailey Circuit logo. Right here, it has the yellow fur right here, along with the pink right here, the cyan. There's the little smiley face on this side. On the hood, it has this like googly eyes or eyeball design. Those are supposed to be ears, by the way. And then the big black nose right at the very center. It kind of reminds me of Toy Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Same kind of graphics on the other side right here. The purple mohawk on Bailey somehow kind of works on this diecast, but hopefully this version of Bailey Circuit doesn't become real. Otherwise, that'll be nightmare fuel for most people. On the back of the tailgate, you'll notice that Bailey has her tail on the very back right here. On the tailgate, you can see the little spring, and then there's a little pink ball right here on this side. That's pretty much it for Bailey. It has a pink chassis with a baby blue or cyan roll cage, yellow wheels, and black tires. Unfortunately, no BKT printings on this diecast, and same for Wildside, which is weird because none of these have printed BKTs, and these are arena favorites. That's actually very weird. So, yeah. Also, I forgot to mention something about Bailey Circuit. We are going to get the accurate version of Bailey Circuit, which was confirmed by Brianna Mahan in one of the events that she was attending for her shows. And I believe this was the debut of Bailey Circuit for the off season. Someone brought a custom Bailey diecast, and it was the accurate version that was revealed by Monster Jam. Not Bailey. What was her name? Brianna confirmed to the person who made the custom Bailey that the real or the accurate version of Bailey will come out in 2026. However, it's not in series 45 nor 46, and will most likely be in series 40. Let me remember my numbers. Series 47 or 48 or 49, which would probably be the last case for 2026. So who knows when the accurate Bailey will come out, either in the main lineup for 2026 or in the doubles packs, who knows, or maybe in a playset, but who knows. But yeah, there is this version or wacky or weird Bailey or this weird version of Bailey Circuit. But yeah, there is the Bailey Circuit diecast right here. So we're going to move on to the chase piece now, and usually I review the chase piece for last, but I'm going to review the chase piece first because I'm going to be saving Classroom Crusher for last. And this truck was found at the exact same time that I found Classroom Crusher on the Superstore. So there is the Gravedigger chase piece, part of the trainer truck set, the last chase piece of the 2025 mainline before we switch to 2026. Finally, I'm reviewing an episode with a chase piece, unlike series 42 that I was supposed to review the Sparkle Smash, but I never found that one. And series 43, where it took me a long time to find the El Toro Loco chase piece, but I have it on my wall display. So now I have Gravedigger, and there is a funny story to it before I open it. After I ordered the Gravedigger chase piece at the Superstore a few days ago, when I was at Walmart looking for some diecasts for Hot Wheels, I found another Gravedigger trainer, and it's probably gonna become the most common chase piece. Probably not beating El Toro Loco, but it's on there to say the least. But yeah, I have another Gravedigger trainer up there. I'm probably going to do a custom with it, so who knows what I'll do with it, or at least the other chase piece. But I have this one that I found, or at least ordered from the Superstore, and we're going to be reviewing that one first. So here is the Gravedigger trainer truck, part of the Training Trucks series, or otherwise known as the chase piece for 2025. So with that, without delay, let's unbox this guy. Okay, so there is the trainer truck, Gravedigger. Here is the render of it. If you're out looking for the trainer truck chases for 2025, make sure to find a packaging that looks exactly like this, because that is the chase piece for 2025. For those who are struggling to find chases, or at least don't know what that is. So if you see a trainer truck logo, or at least a render that looks like this, that's the chase piece for 2025. The Gravedigger logo, I'm not going to show it. Everyone knows what the Gravedigger logo looks like, so I'm not going to show that one off. And we're just going to jump straight into the review for this truck. So the Gravedigger trainer truck. My goodness. All right. So here it is. The Gravedigger Trainer is obviously a re-release to the original chase piece from 2019, hence that the Trainer Truck series was brought back to life from 2019 and moved to 2025 for this, or at least this year. For those who haven't found the original chases, or at least the original Trainer Trucks back in 2019, during Spin Master's first year of Monster Jam. So here is the Trainer Truck up close. And there are a lot of differences with this truck. Notice the flame pattern is a lot different to the 2019 variant. This one has the accurate flames, unlike the other 2019 release, where it featured no flame patterns, and it's just a green stripe that ran over here, and then like another stripe somewhere around here. There is the small, tiny looking Gravedigger logo. There is the Monster Jam logo right here, and on the roof of the trainer truck there is the Gravedigger Ghost on the front, and on the back side of it, it has the yellow Monster Jam logo here with the gray accent right there. This truck runs on a metal gray chassis. When I flick my finger, you can hear the little ding from the metal chassis. Has a green roll cage, has this like darkish gray wheels, and black printed BKTs. This is probably the best looking chase piece, or at least the best looking trainer truck of this year compared to the trainer trucks that we have from this year. The worst one, in my opinion, will probably go to Thunder Roars because of how red it is, and there's barely any gray to match the truck. I think my second best favorite will go to Sparkle Smash, even though I don't have it, or at least I haven't found one. It's still considered my second favorite. I think my third favorite will go to Megalodon, and then my fourth will go to El Toro Loco. But yeah, here is the Gravedigger trainer truck. This is probably better than the 2019 one. So if you didn't get the trainer trucks from 2019 and found one of these chase pieces at your local Walmarts, and it looks something like this, you might have the better version, because this one, in my opinion, is far better than the original Gravedigger trainer truck diecast from 2019. This one's a lot better, to say the least. So yeah, here is the Gravedigger trainer truck chase piece. Right, we're gonna be moving on to the final truck of this Series 44 lineup, and by far the hardest truck to find for most people. I think even harder than JCB Digatron. And this truck right here, I have it on my hands. I ordered it from the Superstore because I'll probably not find one in stores, but here it is on my hand, and right here, Classroom Crusher from the Trucks on Duty series. This truck is absolutely amazing, just to say the least. This guy is on level with JCB Digatron in terms of the best trucks for 2025, at least for Spin Master Monster Jam. Like I said, this guy, I got him from the Superstore. This guy is actually going to be the hardest one to find, and in terms of resale, this guy's probably going to be the same price value on eBay, just like the Split Fire and Ice Diecast, the Stars and Stripes trucks, and JCB Digatron. So there is Classroom Crusher. If you're struggling to find one in the wild, like Walmart or Kohls, just order it from the Superstore. It'll beat you. It'll at least save you some time, money, and gas just to find a Classroom Crusher out in the wild. And that's what I did here when I found Classroom Crusher on the Superstore. It's $10. It's not that bad, but you have to pay for extra for shipping. But enough about that. We're going to be reviewing Classroom Crusher, the final truck of 2025. With that being said, let's unbox them. Oh my goodness. Classroom Crusher. It looks so good out in the packaging. I cannot just imagine how beautiful it looks. So here's the logo, little quick comparison right here. Here's the logo for Classroom Crusher. I just want to show you quickly the Classroom Crusher render. That thing is beautiful. That thing is just beautiful, beyond beautiful. Probably the best diecast of this year. I don't know. I will be making a top 10 best diecast of 2025, so stay tuned for that. Is it on level with JCB Digatron? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out when I make the top 10 list for 2025. But yeah, that's Classroom Crusher. And now let's get on to the diecast. This guy, oh my goodness. This guy just looks absolutely insane. On the Fuel Academy casting too. This guy is just beyond amazing. Just look at this thing. It's just absolutely astonishing just to look at this truck. It's just highly detailed and impressive graphics on a diecast like this. It's no wonder people are trying to find this guy in stores, and then when normal collectors try to find one, they can't find one on the shelves because people just really want to at least just hold one of these guys and have them on their collection. And for the kids are gonna love like colorful trucks like this one for Classroom. Cool looking truck too, as you can see here. As you can hear the little rattling noise from the truck, there is actually a little unique thing about it, and we'll talk about it later in this video. I just want to admire this truck on camera. It just looks beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this truck right here on the Fuel Academy casting, on the Fuel Academy body, sorry, this guy is just absolutely astonishing, and we're going to be talking about all the stuff about it right now. So starting with from the side, you could see this large flame pattern over here has a black background with an orange flame right here and stretches all the way to the end of the bus, and it has this like purple hue over here. And very interesting, as we zoom a little closer, I'm just trying my best to zoom a little closer so you guys can see, we have the mascots, or at least the mascots for the trucks that run on the circuit in Monster Jam, starting with Sparkle Smash, then we have Megalodon, then we have the Zombie, and then that's Thunder Roars right there with the Monster Jam logo in the middle, and then there is a Classroom Crusher logo right on the area where it says emergency exit on normal buses. So I think that's a clever idea right there. Right here on the front, you can see the Monster Jam logo on the grill. There's the headlights right here. On the hood, there is more flame patterns, or there's a black background with orange accents on the sides, and then there is an orange flame pattern right here. On the roof, it has a huge flame pattern, which just stretches out to be one of the coolest looking things I've ever seen on a diecast. Same thing on that side, except there is a go stop sign right here. Usually on school buses, it would say stop, but this one just says go. It's just straight up goes and goes. Yeah, I like that. And then right here on the other side, we have more of the mascots, such as Monster Mutt. Then we have El Toro Loco, another Monster Jam logo, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and then there is Dragon sitting on the back of the bus. I feel like Dragon and Thunder Roars are the coolest kids in Classroom Crusher because they're sitting on the back, and I'm pretty sure the ones who sit in the front, like Monster Mutt and Sparkle Smash, I feel like they're like the quiet kids. I'm just joking. Yeah. All right. So on the back, I'm trying not to sneeze here, but here is the back of the bus. The back of the bus, sorry. I was about to sneeze for a moment, but here it is. The back of the bus has a small Classroom Crusher logo. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but it's right there. What do I have in my fingernail? Oh, it's just some trash. All right, so there is the Classroom Crusher logo right here, and the little lights on each side of the bus. There's the red, there's the yellow, and then more realistic looking lights. The back of the Classroom Crusher diecast is the same one as Fuel Academy, except it does not have this really cool looking textures right here and graphics. We have the monsterjam.com website link over here. And what's unique about this truck is that it has a spoiler on here, and I believe you can remove the spoiler on this one, but I'm not going to do it here because, you know, I will show a little bit. There it is. Right here, I believe you can remove the spoiler because there's like some stuff going upwards. I'm not sure you can see it, but right towards my finger, you can see something in on the back of Classroom Crusher, there's like a little black hole over here, and you can actually remove the little spoilers. So for custom painters, if you want to do something cool with the spoiler, be my guest. Otherwise, just keep it as it is, because this truck is just absolutely cool. I think Camden Murphy may have just become one of the coolest drivers and got to drive one of the coolest looking trucks out here. And I'll be seeing Classroom Crusher next year in the Atlanta Motor Speedway, so I can't wait to see this guy run in the Atlanta Motor Speedway track. So here's Classroom Crusher. Has a gray chassis with a black roll cage, yellow rims, wheels, or whatever, and then black tires. No BKT printing, which is surprising because this truck deserves to have BKT printing. This thing is just marvelous. It just looks really cool. And I'm not sure why it does not have BKT printing. Spinmaster, you had one job. But yeah, we're gonna end it off here. We have Classroom Crusher. We have Bailey Circuit. We have the Gravedigger Chase piece. And of course, we can't forget about the 2024 World Finals Racing Champion Wildside. So here are all the trucks for Series 44. But there's only one thing to do here for these trucks, and that is taking them to Rainbow Stadium, where we will host the 3rd edition of the mini tournament.
The track setup that you're seeing right behind the trucks is what we're going to be using for the 3rd round of the regular season during the double point stage. You can see here that we have all of the trucks positioned and ready to go for this 3rd edition of the mini tournament right here. We have a lot of new drivers as well as only one veteran competing to hopefully win some bonus points here. Starting off, we have a new driver who will join us next season. This is Zach Garner in Wildside. Looking really good on that Wildside truck design. And then we have Brianna Mahan in Bailey Circuit. Let's see how she handles this weird looking truck body. And then we have Jevin Woodrow joining us for the Series 44 mini tournament in the Gravedigger trainer truck. And last but certainly not least, we have Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher. He's competing this season, but will be competing in the Classroom Crusher next season. You can see this truck looks really good, and I'm excited to see what these trucks are able to do on this track. But we're going to be looking at the mini tournament here. As you can see, Classroom Crusher will be facing Wildside, while Bailey Circuit will face the Gravedigger trainer truck. We're going to be heading over to our first match of the mini tournament with Classroom Crusher and Wildside. And our opponents for this one, Camden Murphy will be driving Classroom Crusher, facing Zach Garner in Wildside. As we wait for these trucks to head down to the track and go, green light is lit, and you can see that big air by Classroom Crusher. And you can see that Wildside makes it past, and we'll move on to the final, who will be facing either Bailey Circuit or the Gravedigger trainer. What a crazy air performance by Camden Murphy and Classroom Crusher. Our next match, we have Brianna Mahan facing Jevin Woodrow in both Bailey Circuit and Gravedigger. And they're ready to go side by side. You can see some trouble going on with Bailey Circuit, and there goes the Gravedigger trainer completing their run and crossing the finish line way before Bailey could even do so. She got stuck on that ramp right there. And that is the semifinal stage. As you can see, we have Wildside facing Gravedigger in the final. This will be one exciting match. Who will win those bonus points? Will it be Zach Garner in Wildside or Jevin Woodrow in Gravedigger, who has not done pretty well in his current season, but let's hope things turn around for him. And they're ready to go side by side. Gravedigger is in the lead right there, but look at Wildside. They're catching up. Gravedigger gets caught by the dirt ramps. You can see that Zach Garner will hold on to the wall and will still cross that finish line way before he almost falls off. And that seems to be like Zach Garner will win those 5 bonus points, but not only that, he will earn those bonus points way before the second season. And that is going to be a big advantage for Zach Garner, as he will be holding on to those 5 bonus points. We're going to end the video up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone, and happy holidays.